Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here, and we are now in 2021. We have all kinds of big things coming. We heard today from President Donald Trump that massive amounts of evidence will be released on the day of January 6th, and out of the blue, an unlikely hero, a genius, Mr. Pulitzer, has successfully hacked into the voting machines and will be demonstrating who knows what. But I can guarantee you that whatever is going to come out is going to be mind-boggling. Ladies and gentlemen, being that it's New Year's, being that we're gathered here together on this lovely Friday, this 1st of January 2021, I thought that it would be a good occasion for me to read the New Year's message that I wrote for everybody and released yesterday. It didn't get a lot of circulation. It didn't get around a lot, but it has a lot of meaning to me, and I think it might be able to bring some meaning to others. So I'd like to go through that, and I wrote it yesterday. I mean it from the heart with every ounce of my being, and I pledge it. I swear by it. It's my word. It's what I stand for. It's what the American Reveille stands for, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, this is the New Year's message. We all have a purpose in life, and here's how to find it. By, of course, James Lane, president and owner of American Reveille, LLC. So we all have a purpose in life, ladies and gentlemen. That purpose, if we wish to accept it, though finding it can be extremely tricky, takes us on what feels, at the time, like a nonsensical merry-go-round to nowhere. Endless twists and turns, heartaches, heartburns, headaches, and hurricanes. No, life is not always easy for those of us who truly live it. Looking back upon my own life, as surely you yourself may be doing right now, I can see clear as day the path and pattern to my life. I can see the nooks, I can see the crannies, the forks in the road, and the quest that led me home. Our scars make us teachers and mentors, but most importantly, good students of life. Not everybody is meant to be standing in Washington, D.C. on the 6th, yet we are the backbone of this country, ladies and gentlemen, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, working men and women just trying to make it in this crazy world. We are the men and women taking on the physical and psychological burden that history has thrust upon us. We stand in between our children and certain doom as we push back against the left's ideologies. And one day when this is over, we'll be the keepers of this knowledge. Some of us will even write books, direct films, even create entire industries that will shape our future and our children's future. Now, as we head into 2021, we have to be thankful for the life we've lived thus far. But we must also ask ourselves, how will we live going forward? Will we strive to follow where our purpose leads us? Are you still in the process of finding that purpose? Well, if you are, let me give a word of advice from a man who's lived many lives and worn many shoes. If you look at me and tell me that life is boring, that life is dull, that you have no path, no destiny, no purpose, I'm going to look back at you and ask you a simple question. What scares the hell out of you? Seriously, what terrifies you? And you know exactly what I'm asking you. There's something, there's always something you've wanted to do. But the internal fear, it paralyzes people when they try. So do you want to know the secret? Understand that if you don't do it, whatever it is, if you don't face it, if you don't walk through the fire, then you will never, ever find happiness. And you will always drag with you the rusted and barnacled anchors of regret, ladies and gentlemen. So take off your shoes and step on the coals. Take a step. I promise you, eventually, it doesn't hurt. I swear that to you, ladies and gentlemen. This world is what you make it, all right? This world is what you make it, and the events of now will become tomorrow's history. You will remember how you conducted yourself for the rest of your days. And if you have wanted to get involved, you should get involved. But on the same token, let's say you've wanted to rebuild your relationship with your mother or father or sister or brother, or maybe you wanted to make peace with that enemy, or wanted to write that script, or even wanted to learn how to make pizzas. But maybe you haven't done so, as if some invisible force was pushing you away. Then you must leap in. That's the key to finding the path, folks. That's where the road starts. It starts there. It always starts there. So, folks, I want you to remember that these are monumental times. And unfortunately, history sometimes puts an unfair burden on one side or the other. And during this stretch of history, we, the right, we've been fighting an uphill battle. But if history teaches us anything, we humans love a good underdog story, and not to mention a good fight. So as Americans, this gravity, this weight, it puts a pressure on us. All right, this pressure could ignite a seized engine on a battleship. This pressure makes us stronger, tougher, harder, more resilient than we ever were. This burden, this weight, it makes us humble. It reminds us of what's important. It makes us better people. The left will never prevail because their cause is hollow, it's heartless, it's hearthless. It doesn't belong to any one of them, nor does it come from a place of morality, righteousness, or humility. It comes from a place of control. Our culture is moral, our cause is righteous, and our people are strong. We're fighters, we're workers, we're servers, engineers, technicians, writers, mechanics, retail workers, plumbers, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, patriots, Americans. We're united in our cause and speak in one voice, yet our journeys through this life have brought us all here, to this moment. Bringing in the new year under this most unlikely, unexpected, and unthinkable of circumstances. And yet, here we are. And so since we are here, we might as well conduct ourselves with some courage, some commitment, and even some community. So at this point, honor, duty, and tradition call upon me to make a toast, ladies and gentlemen. History has brought us here, so I propose a toast to history. May we all be remembered for the truth we spoke in the face of tyranny and against the odds that could surely be the beginnings of our own undoing. Cheers, folks. Don't ask me what's in that cup. Woo. Happy New Year's, guys. Happy New Year's to you and yours. We will prevail, ladies and gentlemen. We will come out on top. And 2021 is going to be the year that we make things right. See you next time.